into Dover International Speedway. Qualifying underway. As you saw Bradley Wilson looping it there. A lot going on here in this little short qualifying session. They get 5 minutes to set their best lap times. Brad Wilson, after completing that lap, has set the fastest lap time. Tyler Merritt currently third. Grant Harrell second. Who are you keeping an eye on in this qualifying session?
I was going to say Brad Wilson, but he's already put it right up there at P1 on the board. Justin Sipes, another one. He goes 10th on his first lap, so we'll see what he can do on his second. Other than that, Wesley Parker's deeper in the field than I expected him to be. I don't think we have a Lucas Hoytsman tonight, do we?
Don't see the 97 at first glance.
No Lucas Hoytsman registered, so we'll see maybe where his teammate Blake Giglio really loves to do those late qualifying runs. We'll see where he can put it, and that's...
Cliff Mullins is headed out. Ethan Evers is out there. Brantley Bryant, teammate to our pole sitter right now, is out there. Blake Giglio is on his first lap. There's a throwback scheme, the old Valvoline EXT. Trenton Sneed on his qualifying run. Wolfenbarger sitting at the end of pit lane. I think he's junked both his qualifying efforts. Sipes goes P2. Blake Giglio's first lap puts him 12th. And he smacks the wall, so he will stay 12th. Carson Bechtel coming to complete his second lap. First one put him 4th. Second lap slower, he'll stay 4th. We saw Giglio crash on his second effort. Bill Rivard sitting at the end of the pit lane. Looks like he is done with his effort. Neckrich 24th. Mullins' first lap put him in 25th. See if he picks up lap number 2. Yes, Hayden, I see you. Hang on.
Cliff Mullins does improve on his second lap. He moves
to 19th
from 25th to 19th. So
Trenton first lap 29th for the 81 on lap number 1. See if we can get a boost out of Trenton here. Nathan Harper's gone out on track. Trenton will go P18. Gets into the top 20 with that effort. Harper's now starting lap number 1, so I think he's only going to get 1 lap in.
We'll see where he's at. He needs 25. Yeah, he's not going to have enough time. This is going to be Nathan's one and only lap.
It'll be darn close. There's 25 at the line, so he'd have to really pick it up. 24.3, 15th
fat. This is a stacked and very, very tough
and
field.
He hits the wall.
Yeah.
His qualifying.
He's not going to improve on his second lap.
So 33 of 37 cars have put a lap in. Everyone makes the field as we have 38 spots available. At Dover, it's going to be nuts to have even more than 20 cars on this track. So this will be interesting to see how this one goes.
This can't possibly go wrong, right?
What could go wrong? Famous
Nothing.
SRL Ashburner quote. Boy. What could go wrong? All right, you want to pull in our pole sitter if he's available?
Yeah, let's go ahead and pull in our pole sitter, Bradley Wilson. Just gotta find him down there and in Shenandoah sign.
Wow. Shenandoah shine.
Look, we'll get it eventually. And here he is. Well, Brad, you're on pole. What's it going to take to be there in 160 laps?
I'm honestly not sure. Suck at the long runs here. I'm only good short runs, so I'm going to try to just back it up and try to do what you did at Iowa. Just save tires, save fuel, just kind of just roll it.
Get on track.
I'm not here.
There you
Threw
are.
the helmet on real quick.
Yeah, we had to, it's fun to show your car when we're interviewing you.
I got it.
Beautiful number 51 machine out on pole. Well, good luck. Do what you can to save those tires, and we'll see if you can be back up there in 160, probably 7 laps.
All right, thank you. We're going to try to get this Mustang out there.
Good luck.
That is your pole sitter, Bradley Wilson. On his outside, we'll just kind of start to run through the starting lineup here.
Presented by?
What, Labor 12? Is it still Labor 12?
Mm-hmm, it is.
Sweet.
Good
All right,
job.
see, I know this kind of thing. On pole, the number 51 Ford Mustang of Brad Wilson to his outside, the number 00 of Justin Sipes. Row number 2, you have the number 22 of, hang on, Number 22 of Grant Harrell. And starting to his outside, the number 59 of Carson Bechtel. For number 3, Tyler Merritt in the 38 machine with the McConey setup shops on the hood there. To his outside is the 2 of Cody Cleaver. Row 4, 14 Fort Worth Esports machine, Ford Mustang of Michael Edwards. His outside, a car that is not yet on track. We appreciate you. The number 12 of Colin Teague. Row number 5 on the inside, 91 of Trevor Trago. And on the outside is 63 of Travis Martin. We gotta roll through this quick. Row 6, Casey Graves and Blake Giglio. Row 7, Corey Deal and Wesley Parker. Row 8, Nathan Harper and Wyatt Gray. Row 9, Kenneth Stout, Bill Rivard. Row 10, Trenton Sneed, Quinn Newton. 11, Cliff Moans, Brianna Lavin. Row 12, Ethan Evers, Andrew Beach. Go Andrew, great looking car. Row 13, Joel Munchell, Dave Hoitzma. Row 14, Gatlin Downey, John Neckrich. Row 15, Zachary Margison, Matt Benke. Row 16, Dalton Hayes, Daniel Wallen. Row 17, Brantley Bryant, Garrett Wolfenbarger. Row 18, 16, 18, I don't know. The last 3 starters are Scott Elston, William Asherbrander, and Jake Lawrence. Good luck, guys. Here we go.
That was fun.
That's a lot of cars.
Pace cars off. Good timing.
Field is in the hands of Barney the Flagman.
Green flag, green flag, green flag. We are underway here at Dover, 160 lapper.
Even start from the front row, but Bradley on the bottom, gonna power ahead of Justin Sipes as we go down the back straightaway for the first time. Somehow, some way, all clean for the first lap. Brad Wilson's going to lead lap 1 as we're side by side back here for about the 8th position.
A lot going on back here. You got 3 wide between Travis Martin, Mike Edwards, and I believe that was the 16 of Blake Giglio. Travis went all the way to the wall, lost himself 3 spots, but I think he's trying to take it easy here at the start. Blake Giglio, a little un-Giglio-like right now. He's actually pushing. You see that plain white 75? That is former series champion Wes Parker as we get our first caution. And it is towards the back here. I think Ashburner is intentionally on the pit lane. Can't tell who else may have been involved with this one.
I don't think I'm drawing enough cars to
See
figure it out.
Yeah, I'm in the same issue. If anyone wants to let us know in chat towards the back of the field what that was, I don't have a clue. It's a little too far back for us to see when it's not drawing too many. If we draw too many, the whole field stutters and just disappears. So things that happen back in the very back, we tend to end up missing. William Asherbrander says he fugged up, so it was Asherbrander. I thought he was just starting and parking, but he has decided it was him. So
Colin Teague has left the server, unfortunately.
What fuck?
The timing of that was so good. Oh man. Wrecking under yellow. Turn 3. Who's wrecking under yellow? And it's not wanting to go to anybody.
And Wesley Parker is disconnected. We're losing cars like flies.
I'm trying to find what happened to anybody. There's Wes on the pit lane. 22. That is Harrell. What happened to Grant? He's blinking in and out. Perfect. He's got rear end damage now. Let's see if we can find where that happened. Oh, happened when we went to look at the back of the field. There he is. There he's gone again. He was fine there, so that's what we get. So many cars on track. Bit hard to draw them all. A little surprised Wes bailed so early.
Yeah, he got that lap 2 caution, and he said enough for me. So, former series champion, calling it a night early.
We'll run our splits so you can see the drivers outside the top 20. So we got 36 cars officially starting this one. We knew Jake Lawrence wasn't going to tonight, even though he is registered in this session at one point. He has to play his Dynasty game against a buddy that he's been waiting for days, but he'll be back, is the report of the 22 car. This reminds me of that time in Ricky Bobby movie when the driver had to go
75
poop.
car?
Yeah, that one. 75, not the former 22.
Won the championship in a number 22 Super, I believe.
That's the one.
I looked at the back of that car a lot that race.
Don't feel bad, that's true about most of us.
Fair enough. Alright, we're going to try it again. Restart on lap number 5, coming to lap number 6. Your front row has not changed, but the second row, Harrell and Merritt, new contenders there as the pace car makes the hard left turn to pit road.
Harrell has no back end. It's not a new contender, but he has no back end now after that caution crash. Justin Sipes spun the tires, holds up the outside
Real
lane.
bad.
Now Blake Giglio trying to make it 3 wide, pushing the issue early.
Wisely backs out of that move.
Tyler Merritt, Carson Bechtel. Merritt gets to the outside of Harrell. Harrell again lost the back bumper in a caution crash.
This is a track where you can really use the outside to make some passes. It
Definitely.
really burns up the tires, but if you can get to someone's outside, you can pinch them down and really ruin their exit and clear them out of the exit of 2 or 4.
Yes, we got the diamond that's pretty effective here, the diamond line. Giglio gets inside of Grant Harrell. Grant going the wrong direction. Wonder if that car has lost some downforce with that back end opened up like that.
Once again, iRacing being totally backwards of real life. In real life, no rear bumper produces a ton of, and we got a yellow.
No rear bumper produces a yellow.
As I was saying, no rear bumper in real life produces a lot of downforce.
Cliff Mullins,
Cliff Mullins
is around.
involved. Uh-oh.
Someone just made the list.
Again,
Quinn
maybe.
Newton's in
Ooh,
it.
we got
Daniel
a pick
Wallen.
right.
It's all low drag guys. Looks like the 26 hit the wall. Dalton Hayes
Oh,
tries to
no,
go to
it
the
was
inside of
Dalton.
Cliff.
I think Dalton got in the back of Cliff.
That's what it looked like.
Looked like Cliff maybe. Oh, no, it wasn't.
Oh, it was up ahead of Cliff. Quinn Newton.
Oh. Dalton, I apologize. That was not your fault.
Yeah, it didn't look good for Dalton
I saw Dalton behind Cliff. And
Oh
I
no,
just
does
made
Quinn get
assumptions.
Kenneth? I think Quinn's about to get Kenneth. I don't know.
Ooh.
I don't know if we can blame that one on
We're
Kenneth.
going to need
Let's
a
see.
different angle of that
Yeah,
one.
let's get up in the drone and see how this one unfolds. It was close.
That's,
Real close.
I don't know. Kind of one of those things. Quinn maybe could have left more room, but Kenneth wasn't on the wall either.
And he does come
Yeah,
down like a
Kenneth-
hair.
He comes down a couple of inches, and Quinn could have left more room.
Combination of the
I don't
things.
You can't put it on one driver. We're doing one thing. It's both of them could have avoided it, and both of them caused it.
Both could have done better, and both of them didn't.
Exactly.
Well, quickly back under caution here at lap number 10. Tell me how a race typically unfolds at Dover when we don't have sporadic cautions early on.
Well, Dover typically has sporadic cautions early on.
Fair.
You'll start to kind of settle in. You'll get a long run, maybe a green flag pit stop, and it really comes down to tire management before you get a late race yellow that kind of screws everything.
I mean, that does tend to be the way it goes here.
You'll get that middle of the race where, yeah, just long green flag run, tire management, guys will work their way through the field, and guys will fall, make green flag pit stop. Someone will try to play strategy and get bit by a caution. So 160 laps is, I believe, a lot longer than we ran in this series last season. Travis loves to run longer races, and we'll see if maybe extra laps plays into somebody's favor.
Bring Brad Wilson up here.
He did. He was talking about he wanted short runs, and we're getting short runs.
Exactly what I was going to ask him.
Well, Brad, you wanted short runs. You're getting short runs. How do you feel?
I'm feeling damn good about this. I think if we can keep getting like 1 or 2 lap runs, we'll be alright.
What'd you have for dinner?
Had chicken tenders from Longhorn Steakhouse.
Hell yeah. Did you get the sweet tea?
Solid choice.
No, I had a Michelob Ultra.
Have you ever had sweet tea from Longhorn?
Honestly, no, I have not.
It's more sugar than just literally injecting sugar into your veins. It's absolutely insane how much sugar they pack in their sweet tea. It is phenomenal.
I might have to try it then. Sounds like a whole new experience.
Hell yeah. You don't need the cocaine. Let's go get Longhorn sweet tea.
Oh, hell yeah.
It's a lot cheaper, too. All right, well, what do you think about keeping all your Shenandoah Shine 51 Mustang up in front of all these other cars? There are like 36 cars in this field. You got a lot of work to do.
Yeah, I'm just hoping for the best, to be honest. We're going to keep going. Are these restarts on leader or on green?
They are on leader.
Oh, hell yeah. Then
Yeah.
I'm feeling damn good about this. Especially if they keep causing yellows, feeling good.
If they cause enough yellows, can you go the whole race without pitting?
Probably not, since we only got 40.
10-4. Figured it was worth asking. Blake Giglio's won a race that way before, so you never know. Good luck to you out there, and well, who do you think's going to be your biggest competition, real quick?
I was gonna say the 22, but he got taken out under yellow, so probably Blake or Cody Kleeper if I had to guess, but I wouldn't put it past Garrett Wolfen Barker or Brandon Bryant to sneak it back up here.
10-4. Good luck, and we'll probably chat with you later just because.
All right, thank you, there.
Thank you, Hayden.
All right, well, restart number 3 coming up. Front row, still yet to change. We have our second row. English makes sense, I promise. And now that Brad knows the restart is on him, we'll see what kind of a restart he can get.
There goes the Ford Mustang pace car down the pit lane. Field in the hands of Wilson and Sipes. Sipes launches out of turn number 4. Green flag back up in the air. Wilson out in front of Sipes. Bechtel and Merritt side by side for third. Those are teammates. Here comes Blake Giglio.
I was going to say the 16 of Blake Giglio making up positions quickly.
A different style out of Giglio this race. Normally he kind of lays back, but I think he wants to get away from the squirreliness.
Yeah, he qualified a little farther back than what he's used to, so get that track position and then save the tire risk. Was that Cody Kleeper in the wall out of turn 4?
If he wasn't, he was damn close. I think he missed it, but he was damn close to it. Travis Martin up to the 6th spot. There goes one hard in the wall. The OnlyFans Kenneth Stout. Yep. Oh, and he caused a track blocker behind him.
Track blocker. Oh no.
Someone's up in the air.
Llewellyn.
Someone's
Dave
on top of
Not
Llewellyn.
Dave again. Oh no.
Kenneth Stout lost it, looked like, coming out of 2, and then all hell breaks loose. Corey Deal blinking behind him.
Ooh, he got some help.
He got turned by Corey Deal. Can't blame Kenneth for that one. And then behind them, they're all wrecking, trying to get away from it.
Yeah, they wrecked completely independently. As
Wow.
cars come into view.
That was pretty wild. Yeah, it's Margison? No, he's the Gray Ghost. Who was that? Is it Ethan Evers to the 8?
2 entirely independent wrecks. Do those cars draw for you?
Yeah, we're going to
Yeah,
go
they do.
check it out. Andrew Beach wrecks coming out of 2. Gatlin down, he couldn't stay off of him. And then all hell breaks loose behind Kenneth Stout. I think they would have hit Kenneth anyway, but
Yeah. It's just a little bit bigger this way.
yeah. Man, Mullins, not Ashburner, 23 of Llewellyn, Margison, all involved. Ethan Evers up on his side in the 8 card.
All right, because I know this is going to be a damn good interview.
Uh-oh.
Andrew, this is Hayden and Swiss up in the booth. You got us?
Yeah, boys, what's up?
Well, so you've had some pretty interesting views of the start of this race. Well, how's it going?
This is typical Dale Jr. season going for me. We wreck out of Daytona. We're gonna wreck out of Dover. We're just waiting on Charlotte.
It looked like you got real loose coming out of turn number 2. Is that what happened?
Yeah, I got super loose running on the high side from that damage, I guess. I was about to just drop to the back as soon as I could, and car stepped out on me. I thought I had it saved, and then whoever was behind me, I'm sure they got shoved right into me and made a contact with me, and it spun me on around. And I was like, well, that sucks.
That would be Gatlin Downey, and no, they didn't. So, just giving you some information there. No one behind them whatsoever.
It's fine. It's my luck.
Well, good news is
If I get mad, I get kicked out of here. So I say stupid things when I'm angry. So we just.
Well, you get kicked out of here for no reasons. So
you get kicked out of here because Clapper wrecked you.
That's so true.
So good news is it looks like you have gotten that damage fixed. I don't know if that was a fast repair.
It was a fast repair. I was a meatball.
Well,
so next
good
time
news is the damage is fixed.
Absolutely, this beautiful car. I've got a great painter that painted this car for me really quickly.
Yeah, I wonder who that asshole is. So.
I mean, he's a piece of shit outside of the paint booth, but.
I'm sure he is. You can't.
Of the two broadcasters, that doesn't really narrow it down.
Well, I'm cheap and don't pay, so it's not you.
Fair enough.
All right. Well, you got.
Hopefully, this will be a good race for you. We'll get some green runs in. That's about where my strong suit for Dover comes in. Is green.
Same.
Just keep it out of trouble, and well, look who's behind you again. Have fun.
Woo!
Perfect time to ship them out.
That is the 71 of Andrew Beach, everybody. Gotta love him.
Perfect time to ship them out. I was going to ask Corey Deal what happened there. He was the one that got into the back of Stout, but not enough time because Beach talked too much.
Fuck Andrew Beach.
I'd rather not.
Well, we'll maybe talk to Corey on the next caution, which will probably happen in about 3 laps.
He will forget what has happened by then.
Race car drivers have a long memory, Swizz.
Unless they don't want to, and that's one of those situations where I'm thinking he don't want to.
Well, this is fair. I still remember who turned me about 4 seasons ago, so.
Right, but do you remember how many people you've turned? Exactly.
Kinda, yeah.
No, not really. Not
Are they in
really.
this race?
Maybe.
Then I've probably turned them.
Going into turns 3 and 4, we're getting set for the restart to start lap number 19 when we get the green flag. Hey, Derek Watkins, we're past 10%. Hot damn. Gatlin says nowhere he could go. Yeah, we kind of knew that, buddy. Beach just kind of shit the bed right in front of you, and you had no choice but to plow into him.
He did. All right, well, here we go. Brad Wilson getting good at this restart thing.
Hell, he knows it's on him.
brought him down to a fairly fast start there.
Sipe spun the tires. Martin spun the tires.
Travis is in the wall.
Yes, that would be Martin who spun the tires. Corey Deal all the way up to the wall.
There ain't no grip up there, Corey.
Nah, you can diamond that and get a good run down the back stretch. It's a good line. Saying he was doing it again, but he didn't. Top handful of drivers, all single file. I think the top 8. Maybe all the way back to Graves in the 4 and Trevor Trago in the 91.
Ooh, Bill, get in the back of Michael. Michael's going around.
Michael's on the apron trying to hang on to it.
He saved it. Holy cow.
He's probably very hot under the collar, but he is still going straight and has a race car not damaged.
He is swearing a Shrek up and down, I'm sure.
Meanwhile, up front, it is Brad Wilson, Justin Sipes, Blake Giglio, Tyler Merritt, and Carson Bechtel, your top 5. Then Travis Martin, Wyatt Gray, Cody Cleaver, and Bill Rivard. You have Nathan Harper in the top 10.
And a Stout back in the back, looking to the inside of Trenton Sneed.
Oh, he's getting very close to Corey, who spun him out. And we'll see if there's payback coming. He looks like he is chomping at the bit to get to him.
I would not put it past Kenneth. He's going to send it in underneath Corey. Corey wisely gives him room.
Gave him plenty of room. Corey wanted no part of that.
Oh!
We almost saw round 2.
Get another part.
We almost saw round 2 there. Is that up the hill? Is that Brantley Bryant, the 52? Brantley smacks the wall, comes down into the 91. Great job by the 91 of Trago. Trago heads up move to give him room. Kenneth's like, we'll get there, don't worry. Trago then gives him a shot coming out of the corner.
Brantley into the wall.
Don't
These
three
guys
wide. Don't
not
three
playing
wide. They're
nice.
three wide, and holy cow! Trenton Sneed, Brown 11, and the 52 of Bryant.
Oh, they're still going to be 3 wide off the. Trenton
Nope.
backed out of it.
Trenton backed out of that. He said, "Nope, don't like that." As he backed out of there. It is spicy in the mid pack. Leaders kind of got it figured out. They're all single file to this point here with Lavin, Bryant, and Sneed. Now Dalton Hayes enters the fray. Corey Deal lurking in behind.
We're about to have ourselves a battle for the race lead. Sipes is on the back bumper of Brad Wilson.
Yeah, he keeps closing in, and then I've been watching the timing. He closes in, drops back, closes in, drops back. Can't seem to quite get alongside him.
Things are kind of calming down in the mid pack now.
They're still side by side for that battle, but
As up front, we have about
Giglio now,
8
he's putting on
cars.
the pressure. Travis Martin looks inside Tyler Merritt while Giglio's looking inside Sipes. Andrew Beach just said he got clapped. Because Beach
of
is
course he
out
did.
of this one. Sipes now putting on the pressure. I think Giglio applied the pressure to Sipes and it caused him to try to get away. Blake gets a
Sipes
really
doesn't
good
wanna-
run out of the corner. Give
Off
me
of
an-
that 5th position. Wyatt and Travis still side by side.
Give me a
Neither
number
of
in the
them
chat,
wanting-
Beach. Here goes Blake to the inside of Sipes, as Sipes was literally pushing the 51 of Wilson.
Oh,
Oh,
that's real
contacts!
tight. Oh, the
Blake
other
it
route.
into the
Blake
wall.
on the wall.
That's going to
Right,
cause a big
inside
one.
wall.
Nowhere to go. They're just going to
Oh.
pile in. This is at the front of the field, too. Stout piles in. There's
Trenton missed
Margison.
it.
There's a
Oh
22.
boy,
Wow.
that's a lot of race cars with some marker brakes.
I mean, it's Dover. Things happen so fast, it's hard to see. We see this in real life quite often at Dover. Things that start early on and near the exit of a corner can really cause a big mess. This all started with the top 3. Let's get the drone out and try to see what unfolded there. Man, that was a big wreck. Blake gets loose, goes up into Sipes and gets him all out of shape. Then Blake gets to the wall. The 20 gets Blake. And behind him, Bechtel gets turned, and oh, Casey Graves just smashes into him, nowhere to go. 22 of Harrell gets into the 00. Margison piles in there. I think Brianna 11 may have just stopped.
Kind of looked like maybe Sipes pinched Blake onto the apron, and that's what got Blake out of shape.
Check this one once again. I think Blake was down there anyway.
Blake makes a late move to the inside. Justin gives him plenty of room, and right here.
I mean, Blake was going down there anyway, and I think Sipes was judging based off Blake. At any rate, watch all Lavin plows into Sipes. That's why Lavin was so far back. Margison, 22 for Harrell. A lot of people not knowing how to check up or stop. Benke gets cut off by Blake trying to turn around. Scott Elson
Blake
does a
and
good job.
Blake and Sipes are both trying to take responsibility for that one, but maybe just and right in front of Cliff. Of course, right in front of Cliff.
Of course. I would
It
have
will
gone
be
for
Cliff.
with the 35 and just see what he sees coming around the corner here. Oh my
Lots of
gosh.
smoke. There's a race car in the air. Oh boy.
Jeez.
All right, well let's talk to that 16 machine here.
All right.
Blake, this is Swiss and Hayden up in the booth. You got me?
Yep.
Well, Swiss and I have a small disagreement here. We think Justin maybe put you on the apron a little bit. Swiss thinks you drove down there on your own. What kind of happened there from the windshield of the 16 machine?
Well, I'll tell you both of you, I think you're onto something. But I gotta listen, I'm a little upset with the 51, not gonna lie. I don't know what he was doing. He was slamming the brakes in the center of the corner every time, then almost wrecked us 3 times. So I'll take the blame for the wreck itself, but that 51 car driving me nuts.
So we got a rivalry brewing with the Bradley Wilson machine. Is that what I'm hearing?
Driving me nuts, yes.
How about these Arca brakes? Were you scared when you turned around backwards watching all these cars come
No,
at you?
I was destroyed anyway. But I agree with Hayden. Thanks for the help there. I was on the apron. I had nowhere to go.
There was about 0.99 of a car width there.
Yeah, there wasn't enough.
So, but ultimately, you drove onto the apron, Blake. So,
Yeah, try that in a small town. We're gonna go out here to get our car fixed and hopefully run good.
all right. Well, we're only on lap 31. You think you got time to get up there and contend for a win still?
We're all gonna crash again, so probably not. But we'll see what happens.
You know what? Sounds like SRL. Well, good luck. We'll see if we talk to you later.
Thanks.
Well, you expect everyone to pit under one of these at like lap 30, but 2 cars have stayed out. Really, 4 cars have stayed out, and I'm scared.
Yeah, we got a long enough green flag run there that I figured maybe we'd get everyone to pit road with well, only 4 sets of tires in the pits, so you don't totally blame some guys for staying out here. I think, has Corey Deal not been to pit road?
Nope. Top 4 have not been to pit road.
Ooh, well,
you know how wheel spin
boy.
is at this track, so I am scared.
If they go in the corner, it's not that bad. It's when you start getting on the transition in the straightaway that the wheel spin is.
Furthermore, I'm pretty sure Brantley Bryant and Wolfenbarger are fuel-only stops.
Oh boy. Alright, well, what can possibly go wrong?
Then everyone else is on 4 tires, so good freaking luck.
Nathan Harper and Travis Martin and oh boy.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
Trenton Sneed, Dalton Hayes, Dave Hoysel, Mike Edwards, they're all on 4 fresh tires.
We've lost Kenneth Stout from the session, it looks like, unfortunately. Or fortunately, depending on who you are and who you root for.
Fair enough.
There's 2 sides to every coin.
Yeah, it's actually 4 sides if you really know your coins. But
Wouldn't there be 3? A heads, a tails, and an edge?
I mean, there's heads, tails, and an edge, but then if you go into the detail of the coin, there's even more sides. So that gets way too complicated.
Anyway, Bill Rivard gets a good restart over Cody Cleaver. Corey Deal going to look at the inside of that number 2 Kubota Chevrolet. Ooh, Wolfenbarger almost into the back of Matt Banky into turn number 1. He's still right on his bumper. Don't make it 3. Don't make it 3. He's going to make it 3. Between Banky and Hayes. Here he goes. Middle 3 wide between those 2 machines. That's a bold move.
Banky, no
He's going to get
tires.
him cleared.
Wolfenbarger did come down the pit lane, but I believe he did not take tires, judging by our timing. Rivard leads in the number 10. Corey Deal now in second. Brantley Bryant up to third. He stopped for fuel. And here comes Nathan Harper on the fresh tires. The Cowboys forward, the first of the fresh tires.
Number 7 is getting some giddy up, and he's going to the front.
Cody Cleaver just brushed the fence there.
That allows the 63 of Travis Martin to get by. Now Dalton Hayes looking to the inside.
And those 3 on that inside line, the 763 and 47, all on fresh rubber. They're hoping this
Big moment there from Cody Cleaver.
They're hoping this thing goes green for a long time. You always want it to go green right after your 4-tire stop.
Oh, wrecking in the back, Blake Giglio.
So much for
I
that.
saw Blake Giglio around.
Trying to catch up to him. And he has stopped on the track. He just noses into the inside wall and comes to a stop. Be interesting to see how they call that, because many would consider that intentionally bringing out the yellow.
I thought maybe I saw him get some help. Although I'm not sure.
Trying to get back to him. Keeps jumping around. See, the 20 is behind him. He's inside Scott Elston and Gatlin Downey. J Munch way off the track. He slides up. Then, yeah, he gets loose, and Blake's trying to go underneath him, but no room there. Noses into the inside wall. Had ample time to let off the brake there and keep rolling, and he chose not to.
Yeah, so that'll be an interesting scoring situation there post-race from the admins.
Interesting to see what you have to say in chat. Bill Rivard out front. He's going to come. No, he's not. Corey Deal is. Bill Rivard with the fake.
The 2. Bill is maybe trying to get to lap 40?
Bryant just pit last caution. Maybe he decided it's time for tires now? I don't know. Because he did come down for gas.
I wouldn't give up that much track position just a couple laps later for tires. I don't know. You never know.
You just don't ever know. Bill Rivard stays out, sticks to his guns. Yeah, Cody Cleaver, these camera angles behind the pit lane are no good. There he is, Cody Cleaver. You got other guys, Brantley Bryant, 91 of Trevor Trago. Of course, Blake Giglio, he has the damage come down and fix. He's already used his fast repair. Like Bryant, first one off the pit lane. This time does take the 4 tires, as does Corey Deal, Garrett Wolfenbarger, and Cody Cleaver. Quinn Newton looked like he topped off the fuel tank. Scott Elson took a set of tires. Sipes coming back around here. Or if he got a lucky dog, maybe? John Neckrich coming off the pit lane. Then Blake Giglio, he took about 33 seconds of damage repair. Brad Wilson making his way off the pit lane. He had a long stop, 39 seconds for him. I didn't know he had damage, but that is a damage repair tight pit stop, 39 seconds. Matt Benke also fixed up some damage for about a minute. Trevor Trago, about 40 seconds of damage repair. Wyatt Gray on this pit lane the next time by. He was near the start of that last one. Not so much the Blake Giglio one, but the one before that.
Saw Cliff Mullins also coming back down pit road.
And Margison on the pit lane, Llewellyn. Graves showing 3 laps down, Brianna Lavin 4 laps down, and then I think everyone else behind Brianna is out of the race. Kenneth Stout, Andrew Beach, Wes Parker, Colin Teague, and Will Ashburn. Well, we've lost 5. We got 31 still going.
We're approaching the 25% mark of this race.
We call that a quarter post, sir.
We're approaching it either way. Some drivers it's nice to see have top 10 runs. Dalton Hayes up there in the 4th spot. Good to see good old Dave Hoitzma there in 8th. Trenton Sneed's 7th. He started pretty far back, so good to see he's working through the field. Gatlin Downey in 9th, and Joel Munchell with currently holding down the 10th position. Good to see them having some good runs early on.
All of this is pit strategy. Is the top 12 have all stayed out this caution. Everyone behind them just pitted, so things are a little flip-flop because of that.
Track position is track position.
Until it's
I'll
not.
take my track position.
Well, that's why Bill Rivard has not pit this entire race. He's in the lead.
He can't stay out there for much longer, I think.
Maybe he's trying to get to halfway. I don't know.
Thought I heard the fuel window was somewhere around lap 40 to 45, and obviously we've gotten some cautions, so you can extend that quite a bit. But even then,
We've had a caution or 2.
only a couple of them. Oh, Bill Rivard says he's got another 30 laps on the tank, so
There you go.
that 10 machine's saving fuel like a horse.
Cliff says 55.
55. Okay, well, all right. Hush my mouth then. I don't know what I'm talking about. Trenton Sneed said he didn't know, so if Trent doesn't know, then nobody knows.
If Trent don't know, then it could be anything. Restart sign. Pace car going to get down out of the way, and the 10 of Bill Rivard, the 7 of Nathan Harper going to lead us off. Watch for wheel spin. Bill gets a nice clean launch. Harper a bit napping there. Travis Martin takes over 2nd. Mike Edwards from the spin trying to take over 3rd. Mikey always good here at Dover.
Terrible restart for that number 7 machine.
He did not get going at all.
Just like the Cowboys in the playoffs.
That was already a joke said in chat. Way to be late to that party.
Oh, well. Let's see what he can do, though, with those fresh tires over those front 3. Travis Martin on the inside of Bill Rivard, looking for the race lead.
Had to know that was coming. Bill's out there on ancient tires at this point. Has not changed tires the entire race. Watch for that 10 to slowly slip back as longer we stay green. Mike Edwards gets by for 2nd. Nathan Harper closing in for 3rd. Rivard throws back on the inside of Edwards. That's never going to stick.
Not on those old tires, and that's going to allow the 7 Nathan Harper to get his inside on exit.
Tyler Merritt.
And cleared down the back straightaway.
Tyler Merritt wanted to go to the outside of Dalton Hayes, but saw the 10 car up ahead and decided not to. Dalton Hayes right on the back bumper of the 10. Has to check up big time. Tyler's going to get a run to the inside. It may cost Austin the spot. Now Tyler has the 10 of Bill Rivard to deal with. Maybe he wishes he had gone to the top now. Rivard right up into the wall in front of Dalton. It's going to get Tyler into the inside wall hard. Bill Rivard, Tyler Merritt.
They keep it straight and green for now.
I think Bill's far enough off the track that it's not going to trigger the yellow.
Bill's off the racing surface.
Quick look at that. He gets right up to the outside wall, and Dalton Hayes is all over him, and he has no chance to get out of the throttle at all to save that race car.
And he pulled up right in front of Dalton, who had more momentum. Dalton decided he wasn't going to lift. Then
I don't know if it was a lift.
Well,
Bill tries to save the race cars. He's heading to the wall right in front of Dalton, and Dalton, there was no room for Dalton to react to that because he was right on top of him.
yeah, he would have had to have a superhuman reaction time to really stay off of Bill there, but unfortunately,
wow, we're getting all kinds of out of shape back here. That is Gatlin Downey and Joel Munchell both getting into the outside wall out of turn 2.
We're still straight and green,
Somehow.
and Joel gonna bring it to pit road.
Wow.
I saw a hood or a bumper fly off somewhere, so probably a good call.
Ghostman continues to lead. Top 3, huge gap because Dalton Hayes is the next one in the line there.
And here comes the 81 of Trenton Sneed. Trenton sneakily good at this racetrack. As Dalton clobbers the outside wall exit of turn 2.
Give Trenton the momentum to the inside line. He'll take over 4th. Garrett Wolfenbarger trying to follow through to join the top 5. Behind him, you see Brantley Bryant. Slowly starting to see cars that pit on that last caution and took tires making their way up.
I'm surprised the 52 has gotten this much track position this quickly. I expected it to take a lot longer with only a couple of green flag laps
Not just
different
him.
on the tires.
Not just him. Garrett Wolfenbarger too. 32 car. Ahead of Brantley Bryant. Also on the same strategy.
A couple of laps making a huge difference here.
It's like 8 lap difference, but there were several of those under caution, and I'm a little as surprised as you see Bill Rivard on the pit lane again. 10 car now 5 laps down, 31st, last car still running.
Tyler Merritt, who I believe was the other car involved in that incident, has taken that car to the garage and left the racing facility.
It's like Bill
Ooh,
Rivard.
Gatlin Downey way out of shape on the back straightaway.
Keeps it going in the right direction for now. You see 51 of Brad Wilson right back there with him. So not everyone making their moves to the front. Wilson, again, had damage from something. I don't remember seeing him getting into much. But he had 40 seconds of repairs done under the caution. And now he gets into the outside wall in the backstretch.
Running car blinking as well. Hard to tell where he's at. Getting the 51 maybe a little distracted there.
20 is a lap down, too. Ghostman continuing to lead over Nathan Harper and Mike Edwards, your top 3. Then Wolfenbarger. And he's starting to reel in that front pack.
This is one of Travis's best racetracks, so no surprise to see that 63 machine out front, pitch strategy or not, but yeah, that 32 is closing that gap quickly.
2 of Cleaver runs 7th. Then you have Carson Bechtel in 8th. Blake Giglio is 9th. And Corey Deal. Corey's always loved this place. He's currently 10th. Dalton Hayes now 11th. Brad Wilson 12th. And Dave Hoytsman, Gatlin Downey, Ethan Evers. Starting to get a bit of a green flag look to this race, and tends to happen at Dover in the later stages. Martin enjoying a nice gap over Nathan Harper and Mike Edwards, and then they've got a 2nd and 2/10 over Wolfenbarger, who's reeling them in. And further back, you got Martinson, Wallen, Casey Graves. They're all off the lead lap. 91, Trevor Trago is the last car on the lead lap. He's battling Quinn Newton for that distinction. Quinn now the last car on the lead lap. They're 11 seconds behind our race leader. The lap time is about 25 seconds. So we're about a half a lap down.
We've got a battle back here for the 14th and 15th position. Gatlin Downey and Cliff Mullins. Gatlin is falling back quickly. Something is wrong with that race car. And Cliff, Ethan Evers, and now Matt Benke have all gotten by him. And here goes Sipes. The 05 machine falling back quickly.
2 of Cleaver gets by Trenton Sneed for 6th. Saw Sneed was battling Brantley Bryant to try and get 5th, and then he ends up losing 6th to Cleaver. That's all going on about 3.8 seconds behind race leader Travis Martin. Mike Edwards starting to fall back from that front group and into the clutches of Garrett Wolfenbarger. 14 car may have burned his stuff up. Green flag run coming at the perfect time for all those cars that pit on the last caution, including this 32 of Wolfenbarger and the 52 of Bryant, the 2 of Cleaver. Currently 4th, 5th, and 6th and heading towards the front. Asherbranner still having the draw issues. I had to cut my stuff way back, Will, to make it work out for us. Trenton now in 7th. Bechtel still 8th. Giglio 9th. And Corey Deal inside the top 10. Then Dalton Hayes and Brad Wilson. Wilson pit with the rest of his teammates, but I think that car is a little wounded. I think he smacked the wall a few times on that right side. Dave Hoytsma having a little bit of connection issue in the 79, blinking around.
He's had that going on for a couple of laps. He's fallen back because of it intentionally.
0 Sipes, we saw him very strong early on, but stuck in traffic ever since the accident and has not been moving forward much at all. Right now behind Matt Benke in 15th and 16th.
Tried to put it on the outside of Benke. They just didn't quite work. Gonna try to cross him over now.
Yeah, he should get a good run down the backstretch down the inside. See if Benke contests the spot or lets him have it.
Sipes throws it in.
Yeah, I think Matt wanted to contest it, but Sipes didn't really let him.
Sipes got the apron on exit. That's going to give Benke a chance. He thought about it, but backed out of it.
Sipes really going for that diamond line that I so much love at this track. Wolfenbarger has passed Mike Edwards. Missed that while we were watching that battle. And a little bit behind him, Bryant and Cleaver are battling for 5th.
I think Cody Cleaver's a little better on his tires than the 52. I think that's why you see that gap closing.
And they're the same strategy.
Yeah. But Wolfenbarger up to 3rd, closing in on those leaders very quickly.
1.9 back from the race leader Travis Martin. 1.9 back from Nathan Harper, excuse me.
That battle with Michael cost him about a second to Travis.
Newton now with some right rear damage on the 5 car. Notice he was a little slow to slap on the timing. Harper kind of on an island by himself. Wolfenbarger ahead of Edwards. They're catching the lap machine of Daniel Llewellyn. Daniel up the track. Daniel probably giving him a little scare. They were coming off the wall a little bit. That would have caught my attention for sure. Blake Giglio's rebounding. He's all the way back up to the 7th spot. 33 seconds worth of damage under repair last caution. So he spent a lot of time on the pit lane, but here he is digging his way out of that hole.
I expected nothing less from that number 16 machine as he looks to the inside of Cody Cleaver into turn number 3.
Cody, when
Cody, though, with that run off the top we talked about, top of the show, pulls 2 car lengths on Blake into turn 1, but here Blake throwing it in there. Just can't quite get off the corner.
You hear that patience he has? Like most of us would have jumped on the throttle way earlier than that. Blake's trying to save the tires.
That is a huge difference in the right front, being patient and understanding when it will and will not grip up. Blake better at that than I'd say anyone in SRL at the moment.
Exit right on the bumper of Cody Cleaver.
He's going to throw it to the inside, and he's going to try to complete this pass right here, right now.
He's going to get it done.
He will.
Now you got Edwards and Bryant just ahead of him battling.
Oh, but Blake got loose.
I think he brushed the wall there, but he's okay.
He's going to have a good exit on Michael here.
He had to lift mid-corner. He knew he was in it too early.
There's really... I know every racetrack is numbered corners 1 to 4, but this track really does have 4 corners that you have to drive. Because you kind of... You'll hear it here. You'll send it in, and you'll kind of pick up a little throttle mid-corner, and then you lift and you turn it back down on exit, and then you drive up off the corner.
Oh, he got all kind of sideways. That's going to let Edwards get back by him on the outside. Saw that car dancing around when he came off the corner. Corey Deal up and into the picture in that number 44. He's on the same strategy with the freshest tires of all the cars. They all pit on that last caution. About 32 laps ago now.
Blake was trying to make Mikey lift on the edge of that corner. Mikey was having none of it. And finally, Blake clears him down into 1.
So Blake is Denny Hamlin confirmed?
Or Kyle Larson, depending on which bite of the apple you want to take.
It's weird to hear a Kyle Larson fan admit that Kyle Larson does that.
Oh, he absolutely does that.
Most Kyle Larson fans are like, no, he would never do that. Only Denny does that.
Oh, he does it all the time.
Travis is cruising right now, which is why we're chatting about random bullshit for a sec. Nathan Harper
yeah.
running in
Travis
second.
1.5 seconds over Harper, and then it's another 3 back to Wolfenbarger. So Wolfenbarger has burned up those brand new tires of his. And we're getting the part where some guys are going to start to look at their fuel and go, oh no.
Really, everyone pit within a 10-lap window. Really, 8-lap window.
Last caution was on lap. Let me look here.
It was 34 laps ago, and outside of that, everyone pit either 34 laps ago or 43 laps ago.
Guys are starting to look at, like I said, they're going to look at that fuel and go, caution wouldn't be terrible. Now, Dover is a really, really difficult pit road to get onto and get onto without spinning.
It's a very difficult pit road to get onto, and a very, very difficult pit road to get onto well.
And if you don't call it out, someone's going to run in the back of you. It's so blind, and the speed is so low compared to your corner speed that if you don't call it out, someone's going to run in the back of you.
Speaking of driver speeds, let's look at their last lap. Keep in mind, these drivers will lap around here at about a 24.5, so almost 2 seconds of fall off already, even for our race leader, Travis Martin. That is a lot of fall off.
But isn't it awesome? Isn't
it
awesome,
is.
Swift?
That's why Dover's amazing. Barger now, they're all the leaders are running 26.4s except for Brantley Bryant, who's running 26.3, as is Giglio. So those two on the forward march. Corey Deal running the 26.2. He's the fastest car on the racetrack right now.
I'm surprised to see Blake running that drastic of a diamond. It's not beneficial to the tires, that's for sure. And Blake always loves to treat those Goodyears like.
I think we're at the point. I think we're at the point of the fuel run where you chew up those tires at this point.
Use what you got.
Mm-hmm. Can't take it with you to the next set of tires. Might as well use it. 3-car battle
man.
here.
I wish we had scuffed so bad, but that's a whole other rabbit hole.
4-car battle now as they've caught Wolfenbarger, so all 4 of these cars for position. Closing in on that halfway mark. They do get points at halfway. It'll be the end of lap 80. Travis Martin, I think, trying to make it to that, and then probably see him come down pit road pretty quick after that. Dover is such a hard track to not run out your fuel, though, because if you get the caution, you're going 2 laps. If you get caught with the caution after you pit, you're probably 2 laps down.
Yeah, you gotta hope and pray that you're only one. If you're the leader, and I think Nathan Harper, you can probably only go 1 down, but Wolfenbarger and everyone behind him is far enough back that I think the delta would put you 2 laps down. And yeah, just the threat of a caution here is so high that it's, at least for myself, it's very difficult to run your fuel to anything other than out.
Convoluted way of saying don't pit until you have to.
Pretty much. And that the rear of that 32 car is dancing
all over the place. Yeah,
place.
he's burnt them tires all to hell. What up, Cody? Oh my gosh, hang on to it there, Brantley. 52. That thing set sail towards that inside wall. Fortunate to only lose 2 spots and not the whole race car. And here we are, end of lap number 80.
Travis Martin, Nathan Harper, Garrett Wolfenbarger, Blake Giglio, and looks like it's going to be Corey Deal. Then it was Corey Deal. I'm watching the wrong screen.
Corey, Brantley Bryant, Cody Cleaver, Carson Bechtel, Mike Edwards, and Trenton Sneed. Round out your top 10 for the points.
Good to see Trent get a stage point.
Honestly, a little surprised to see him that far back. I know he doesn't love Dover, but he's usually good at Dover.
We've lost Dalton Hayes to the garage area. That car did not clear the DVP.
Rut-row Raggy. Scooby-Doo joke there. Travis Martin, Nathan Harper, Garrett Wolfenbarger. Still your top 3. Garrett has now stacked up the field, so 3rd through 7th all on the line now as the 2 of Cleavers caught this group.
And pit stops are starting. Here comes Trenton Sneed to pit road.
Travis Martin also. Race leader Travis Martin decided it was time. He had a bit of an interesting pit entrance. Let's take a quick replay at it. Oh, someone in front of him smoked the tires on the way in. It wasn't Travis that I saw smoking.
Oh no! Michael Edwards has wrecked coming to pit road. He caught the barrels. It shot him left into the other barrels. And he took a tow.
That is what we missed. Mike Edwards couldn't get it slowed down in time, clobbers the barrels, and then into the inside wall. Look at that horrible incident for Mike Edwards, and he took the tow probably to get out of the way because somebody else was coming to the pit road right behind him. This gives the race lead. Oh gosh, that was interesting. Yeah, I remember that. Garrett Wolfenbarger is now your leader, as the cars that pit were the ones that absolutely had to, all the ones that have been out there since the caution before last. Everybody but Gatlin Downey on that strategy seems to have hit the pit lane. I'm sure Gatlin Downey, well, and Justin Sipes, I'm sure both those cars will be down very soon. There is Sipes. He just passed the pit lane one more time, but he is way behind, about 5 seconds behind Cody Cleaver in 5th.
And I was correct. Travis Martin has only gone 1 lap down. Same with Trenton Sneed, both only losing 1 lap. Trenton probably only going 1 lap down due to the race leader changing. And
Mike was like, usually he does that on purpose, but it was just embarrassing. And the motor popped, so that's what happened to the 14. The irony of that happening to him when he's not trying to do it.
Real close between Giglio and Wolfenbarger there.
That was extremely close.
Here, the 00 coming to pit road this time, so like you said, ran it as long as he possibly could. 57
laps, pretty impressive. Longest of anybody.
And you can see that car dancing around under brakes.
Uses High Rock Vodka Chevy to the pit lane.
Blake Giglio being really patient with that 32 car right now, because they are stacked up behind him. And they've got fresh
Blake's
tires.
pitting. 16 of Giglio decided he's pitting, and he pulled it down early to get out of that fight.
He's going to give up a lot of time to do that, yeah, but just to get out of the way. He was going to get run over.
They were all on pit lane around the same time on that last caution, so a little surprised to see him pit at 49. We assume the rest of these cars could go 55 or more.
Wolfenbarger is going to pit this time. 52 is going to follow him in.
I think they're worried about Blake getting an advantage on him.
Wolfenbarger pulls off.
Oh, he's hustling it. Look at him. Oh, Bryant's going to go around the outside and just cruise in front of him. Then he's going to spin it. Oh, wow. They both may have picked up speeding penalties there. It's only 35 miles an hour.
I would be shocked if the 52 made it.
Sipes heading back out on track. Cody Cleaver takes over as your race leader. Corey Deal in second. Corey running that diamond line, getting that drive down the straightaway. Looks like Corey's decided he's coming to pit road. We'll keep an eye on pit penalties, see if anybody picks one up or not. Corey gets it nice and safely down into the speed limit. But Cleaver leads. Mullins in second now. Mullins going to bring it to the pit lane. Cleaver going to be the last action
Cliff's
hero.
going to be pushing it.
Oh, look at him lock it up right at the cone. 52 laps and counting for Cody Cleaver.
That puts, I believe, 4 cars on the racetrack that are yet to make a pit stop.
I'm pretty sure it is 2. Cleaver and Benke.
Oh yeah, Corey Deal has made a pit. Corey Deal on pit road now.
Yep, Deal on pit road. Travis Martin back up to third. Albeit 1 lap down. Waiting for these top 2 cars to pit. Matt Benke and Cody Cleaver.
Cody's going to wait as long as he can as well.
And he can probably go another 3, maybe 4. Possibly less because he had 1 less caution to help out. We know we saw 57 out of that last group.
Benke says he's coming to pit road this time. So it can't be too much longer for Cody Cleaver. And indeed,
And
here he comes.
Ooh, he cooked it in there too.
I think he got it mowed down, though. I think Cody's going to be good.
So updates on the pit stops. We do have a penalty for Brantley Bryant, the 52 car. He's done a decent job of coming back up through the pack, but he is now 2 laps down because the leader pitted.
I called it when I saw it. I thought there was no way that 52 made it down to speed, and sure as
Brantley
shit.
Bryant picked up the penalty and the 40-second hold. Tough break for him. Cody Cleaver sits on the pit lane. We'll get the race lead taken over by this man, Travis Martin, as he blows by the pit lane. And that'll put the Ghost Man back out in the lead here at Dover. Always love that beautiful paint scheme of his. Nathan Harper currently second. Blake Giglio takes over third. Martin's lead now is 3 seconds over Harper. And then Harper has 4 seconds over Giglio. So the top part of this field very spread out. Blake has some company, however. Blake has Trenton about a half second back, and Trenton has Carson Bechtel about a quarter second back.
If I'm correct, though, Blake Giglio has a lap or 2 fresher, as he makes it 3 wide into turn 1, has a lap or 2 fresher tires than Travis and Nathan.
He's 5 laps better than Travis and 4 laps better than Harper.
So he is going to start to track them down, I think, very quickly.
6.7 the gap currently. We'll see how it goes. Cody asking how many cars we got out tonight. 37 in tonight's field. Keep an eye on that gap. Meanwhile, Trenton has Carson Bechtel closing in on him. Carson 1 lap better on the rubber. And then behind them, Garrett Wolfenbarger's catching them both as Garrett just about the freshest rubber of anybody outside of Corey Deal and Cody Cleaver. So with all this tire strategy, there's going to be a lot of comers and goers, and we're going to have to keep a sharp eye on those timing screens. Corey Deal, Justin Sipes.
I like where Cody Cleaver's sitting. I always liked to have the newest tires of anybody because you carry that advantage for a lot longer than you do if you're one of the first guys to pit. You'll make up a large chunk of time if you pit early, but you give up lots of small chunks of time throughout the rest of the run, and that's where I prefer to be. I prefer to pick up a bunch of little chunks, and that's the strategy Cody's playing, and I think it's going to work for him.
Corey Deal 7th, Cody Cleaver 8th, Justin Sipes down to 9th. Ethan Evers starting to close in on that. Although Ethan was one of our first pitters, so he's actually worse tires than Sipes, so he should fall back a little bit. And that is your top 10 as they run. Cliff Mullins 8 seconds back of Ethan Evers. We saw him have that little issue getting on the pit lane. He's 8 seconds behind Ethan in 10th. He's got 9 lap pressure tires though. Wolfenbarger, Sneed, Bechtel. Right here together. Wolfenbarger goes from 6th all the way up to 4th. So he gets by both of them. Bechtel finds himself right where he was. Wolfenbarger goes ahead of him while he passes Sneed, so he's still 5th.
A little bit of housekeeping here. We've lost Wyatt Gray, Dave Hoytsma, and Bill Rivard to the garage area, so another 3 cars out of this race, unfortunately. Hate that for Dave. Dave seems to be caught up in about everything, and it's never his fault.
This long green flag run, we only have 11 cars in the lead lap. Cliff is the last of those. Now that the pit cycle is completed.
And we've also lost Michael Edwards officially.
The Miles the Monster is starting to chew them up and spit them out. We still got 24 cars running. Officially 1/3 of the race of the cars have fallen out of the race.
We have just hit 60 laps to go. It's going quick now that we've got some green flag racing in.
Absolutely. Gotta love it. Travis Martin's lead down to 1.8. Harper is inching in. Harper having to fight off that 91. Trevor Trago, he's got a little bit fresher tires than Harper does. Probably irritating him a little bit in the mirror. And you got the 4. I believe that's Casey Graves. And
just out
Margison
of the shot.
smacks the wall.
Just out of the shot is Blake Giglio, who is tracking both of those guys down very quickly. He's less than 4 seconds behind the race leader.
He's at a 1.3. He's made up half the gap from Travis since his pit stop because he was 6 back overall. Now he's only 3. Gets by the wounded machine of Margison. Margison still soldiering on, 4 laps down, 22nd. Let's go on board with Blake Giglio as he is now within a second of Nathan Harper and closing quickly. Those 3 cars up ahead, the middle one, the gray and blue one, that is Nathan Harper.
So fun to listen to Blake's throttle. He's
Isn't
so
it?
good at it too.
It's like you, Blake, and Lucas. I love riding on the onboard and just listening. You learn so much.
The throttle is such a tool in high horsepower race cars, and I know these aren't the highest of horsepower. Is wow, he gained on Nathan on the entry there.
So much.
But you've got 2 pedals down there that can help you turn your race car. The throttle and the brake. When you can use those effectively, you can throw it into a corner and clear a car real quickly.
Just like that, up the second spot. Harper didn't contest too much. Probably knew his tires were 4 laps older.
And now, Travis, buddy, you better start running.
2 seconds. The gap to race leader. We'll see.
Blake Giglio was second with fresher tires at a track he's really good at. So
Really gains on entry if you're watching the lap time. He actually loses a bit on exit, but he really gains on corner entry. He just melt from the entry to about the center point, and he starts to lose it a bit on exit.
oh, got in the wall there.
Walls are overrated. So are right rear quarter panels.
You got to put the wall in their place, honestly. Can't let them encroach on our racing surface.
Calm down, Miles. A third of the cars is enough, okay?
Hungry boy tonight. Corey Deal has gotten around trying to sneak for the 8th position.
Bechtel and Cleaver 5th and 6th. We have Deal and Sneed. And we got Elston and Downey 14th and 15th. That is actually one of the closest battles on track until Cody Cleaver started catching Carson Bechtel. Cleaver has 9 lap fresher tires, so that 2 car should make quick work of this 59 Toyota. Wanegoon's Supra.
Cleaver's made up almost half of his gap to the race leader too.
What the new tires do for you. We're about to be, and really are now at this point, into the window where you could make it to the end from here, but goodness knows you do not want to go that long on a set of tires.
It'll be interesting to see who wants to wait it out and if anybody's going to try to split it in half. Because mathematically, splitting it in half is the fastest strategy, but passing race cars and iRacing tire wear and cautions.
I was going to say, that's the big one, cautions. You never know.
Cautions throw a big wrench into that mathematical fastest strategy.
As the saying goes, you tell me when the cautions come, and I'll tell you when to pit.
Being a crew chief would be real easy if you knew when cautions came out.
100%. Justin Sipes running down Trenton Sneed. Trenton kind of headed the wrong way. Maybe he's one of the ones that might think about that short pit strategy.
I've told him enough times not to do it, but that doesn't mean he won't do it.
I don't mean like short pit, but I do mean like take the halfway instead of running the tank, because he's kind of headed the wrong direction.
That was one of the first drivers. I think he was the first driver to pit. So yeah, that 81 machine, unfortunately, not going to go anywhere but backwards.
There's Matt Benke for Scott Elston for 14th. Matt has much fresher tires, blasts on by, and you still see Gatlin Downey in that picture. Those three all for position as Downey smacks the wall. Just looking for any battles we got going on. Closest one on track right now, 14th, 15th, 16th. Sipes is pulling away from Trenton Sneed. Ethan Evers will be the next one there.
Hey, what though, Blake Giglio, although he's still eating into Travis's lead, it's not as much as he once was.
It's just like a 1.3 at this point, but he's dealing with some lap traffic. Got by Graves, now he's working on the 91 of Trago.
Now that's it.
Look back from Travis Martin, see if we can see the distance back, and there it is. Blake Giglio now clear of the traffic. We'll see how that gap fluctuates now. Get our good old comparison out. See what I was meaning? On corner entry, he really makes it up, and then he loses a bit of it on exit, but not all of it.
This is a really good time. You can really hear the difference in how Travis treats the throttle versus Blake.
Blake's also made up 2 tenths in 2 laps.
Really throws it in there, uses the banking to catch that race car.
Like Quinn Newton
And
going to be
then-
the first of our cars to hit the pit lane here on this second run of green flag stops. Quinn was running back in, I believe, 16th at the time he pit.
And if we don't get another caution, big if, could gain some positions out of that and get himself inside the top 15.
We'll keep an eye on it, see where he ends up at the end of the night. He pit out a 16th for that final stop. Gap down to 7 tenths, and Travis did not get off of 4 very good that time. That's normally where he was keeping the ground, is off corner exit.
I bet you, as soon as Blake gets by Travis,
Travis pits.
I bet Travis pits.
What if Blake just gets to him and then pits?
That could be another smart move from Blake. You know, you just... Well, as Larry Mack always says, if you follow the leader,
You're going to follow the leader.
you're going to follow the leader. Someone's got to do something different.
Wow, I was always a big fan of Paul Wolf. Always willing to roll the dice and track wrap.
Daniel Wallen made that hard left turn to pit road there.
Daniel pitting out of the 23rd spot, 5 laps down. Only really has Brianna Lavin to contend with back there. But still a battle, something worth fighting for. 40 laps to go. Anyone that pits now can make it to the end. 11 cars still in the lead lap. Cliff Mullins clinging to that. It's 22 seconds behind the leader. The leader's lapping at 26 seconds, so about 4 seconds ahead.
Trevor Crago currently the first car 1 lap down and in that lucky dog position over Matt Banky.
Blake closing in. Gotta believe Travis is going to pit soon. Right here, this lap is the halfway point. 39 laps since the restart, 39 to go for Travis Martin. Since his pit stop, I should say, not the restart, sorry. You know what I meant.
And as you say that, Ethan Evers says he's bringing the 8 machine to pit road.
Yeah, same for Ethan, 39 and 39. He pits it out of the top 10. Now we have 10 cars on the lead lap while Ethan takes his pit stop. Saw the 7 of Harper also on the pit lane. So the 7
Lots
and
of
8
guys.
cars.
Lots of guys splitting this in half. I like Travis and Blake. Push it a little farther on this one, so you can use the tire advantage, and you can just push later. You don't need to do any saving.
Plus protect from someone losing it, getting onto the pit lane. Like maybe if Edwards had shot outside instead of inside, that could have easily been a caution.
That would have changed everything.
So you really want to protect yourself against that a little bit. Try to go long. Cleaver and Wolfenbarger, 3rd and 4th now.
There's Nathan Harper coming off the pit lane. That's going to screw up Blake Giglio just a little bit. And here you can really see the difference between new and old tires. He's going to blow by these guys without issue. And Blake's going to try to capitalize. Try to get in that gap the 7 created.
Couldn't hold it down there. Now Cliff Mullins, they're catching the lap machine there. Quinn Newton's about to join this group. Now Blake pits.
Here comes Blake. All right, so if you're Travis, you run the tank out. If you are Travis, you run out the tank. You've got another 10 or 15 laps, I think. You
Probably about
run
12.
it out.
I think you can go 12, yeah, somewhere in there.
You run it out. I think you run it out.
Blake on the pit lane. Travis Martin continues to circle around. Here comes Quinn Newton.
I bet you see Travis pit this time, but I think he should run it out. Yep, here he comes. I don't like that decision. I don't like it because Blake is better than you on the long run, and now you're gonna have the same tires as him, and he's gonna be ahead of you. I'm not sure I like that call from the
He's
63 machine.
probably going to be about 2 seconds ahead just by that one lap. Wolfenbarger and Cleaver staying out. No surprise here, as Cleaver was the last car to pit. Last cycle, they get out of shape. Cleaver, oh my gosh, we almost got our caution. That would have been massive. Joel Munchel in the 69 hits the pit lane. Carson Bechtel on the pit lane. Cliff Mullins finally hits the pit lane.
Here's our second wave of pit stops for this cycle.
It's like Corey Deal slowing down and heading to the pit lane. Justin Sipes up to 3rd now. A lot of these guys might throw the Hail Mary and just stay out till the tank runs dry and hope for that miracle caution. If you weren't leading, you might as well try something. See Wolfenbarger get sideways coming off the corner. Cliff Mullins rolling out of his stall. This is the battle for the lead now as everyone else around them have pit. Justin Sipes, 00, hits the pit lane down to the 35-mile-an-hour speed limit.
And Blake Giglio has pulled a huge lead over Travis Martin through that pit sequence. A huge lead. So if this cycles out, Blake's got, I mean, it's got to be 8 seconds. Over
Looking
Travis
at
Martin.
timing and
Travis,
scoring, it is 6.5 seconds between Blake and Travis.
Travis had to have had something happen.
Kind of issue on pit exit or something. Looking at his pit stop was 19 seconds. So maybe he had optionals to fix. I don't know. But 19-second stop for the Ghost Man. All the time was lost in the box.
That is really interesting.
Actually want to go back and look at his pit stop. I'm scared something's going to happen while we do. I think maybe he slid the box is the only other thing I can think of, because I think that still counts as in the box time.
No, he
this
did
is
not slide through the box.
Interesting.
He brought the thing to a nice, gentle stop.
Is that the issue?
Right
Maybe
sides,
too far back?
left sides. That's... What the hell?
Meanwhile, battle for the lead is carrying on. Wolfenbarger and Cleaver. Wolfenbarger making that high side work. Cleaver's peeling off, coming to the pit lane. He's going
I
to
don't
use...
think he had it in gear.
Oh no, you think he stalled going out?
No, I don't know if Travis runs an H pattern or what Travis does, but it's like the left sides came down, the engine was on, and it... I don't know, it just... He turned the wheel to the right like he wanted to leave the box, and the car just didn't go. The RPMs didn't pick up, though, which is also weird.
Wolfenbarger coming to the pit lane here. Peels out of the race lead. He's coming in so hot, locks up all 4 tires, sliding it onto the pit lane. Holy cow, what a pit entry for Wolfenbarger. Trevor Trago, he is about 10 seconds behind still. Remember, he was first car lap down for a while there. He's trying to run out and hope for that miracle caution for sure. That's his only chance here. He could probably go maybe another 8 laps. He's going to take over the race lead. Giglio's not far behind him, but that doesn't matter to Trago. He wants to try and save that lead lap, so he will run that dry even if he falls all the way down to 15th. Well, obviously not down a lap down, but if he runs down to like 10th, that's what I'm trying to say.
That would be a net gain.
Yep.
Ooh, Casey trying to get to pit road.
Oh, what happened to Brantley Bryant there? Gets up out of the groove and into the outside wall. Bryant, 45 laps on his tires. He's trying for the same miracle to try and get back on the lead lap. So race leader Trevor Trago.
And here he comes.
He peels it down as he sees Blake Giglio close again fast. I would have stayed until that thing ran dry. I don't know if he was dry at 47 laps, but maybe he was.
Dry or get passed by Blake.
Even if you get passed by Blake, like, stay out there as long as you can, hope for that lead lap, you know? Because at this point, you're going to go at least 2 laps down.
And Ethan Evers with a moment out of turn number 2 there.
Right in front of Blake, too. Go past the John Neckrich machine. Blake gets right up on the back of Ethan, has to check up big time as they work by the 26.
John Neckrich going to be one of the final cars to bring his car to pit road here. I love his text chat message. Pitting now. Please don't kill me.
Grant Harrell, the 22 on the pit lane. This is the last holdouts are starting to pit. Brantley Bryant, I think, is the last one to complete the pit cycle. And when he pits out of 9th spot, and once again, I think he will run this dry to hope for that miracle cautions. Right now, he's on the lead lap. Blake Giglio, Nathan Harper, Travis Martin, your top 3. The freshest tires belong to Travis Martin, but he is half a second behind Nathan Harper and 6 seconds behind Blake Giglio.
We're going to have to ask Travis what happened there, because he was going to be right there with Blake, I think, and just...
He would have only been 2 seconds back, but he ended up 6.
Yeah, that's such a... I don't have anything to explain it. All right, the 52 said he is bringing it to pit road for real this time.
And he's gone a lap down now, so makes sense. He's lost the lucky dog as well, so makes 100% sense to pit now. We have 9 cars left on the lead lap. Trenton Sneed, the last of those, and you can see Blake Giglio right behind him. So it won't be 9 for long. We've had a long green flag run, which is awesome to see here at Dover. We had 36 cars in this thing. We thought it'd be a caution fest the whole time, but this has turned out to be a really good race.
It really has. Dover... Oh, I'm sure there are drivers, and I can hear over the radio, Trent's one of them, that would not mind a caution, because this track gets very physical as you go.
Yep.
Even on the sim, like, it just keeps getting exponentially more difficult.
It's a track that requires a lot of your mental attention as well. You take a little look away, and next thing you know, you're smacking the wall off of 2.
Speaking of looking away, Travis Martin has gotten around the 7 of Nathan Harper as we failed to look at that.
And the gap has grown to 6.7 seconds, so Blake's pulling away from Travis. Blake gets by the 05 of Gatlin Downey, puts Gatlin 3 laps down. And Zach Margison on the pit lane. Also Brianna Lavin. 23rd and 24th place cars respectively.
All right,
Gatlin.
so now if you're Blake, are you just counting down the laps? Or are you just going until you see a caution?
I'm watching my mirror because Gatlin Downey has fresh tires. You're going to have to watch them coming and going at this point because you're kind of in the middle of the tire strategies if you're Blake. So you got people on older tires than you, people on newer tires than you, and you got to keep an eye out both ends of the race car to see what's going on around you to keep yourself safe. See the 52 of Brantley Bryant fresh off the pit lane. He zooms by. He's actually in a race with Gatlin Downey, so that's for position the 05 and the 52 there as they work around Giglio, the leader, and the lead lap machine of Trenton Sneed. Trenton's still having a hell of a race up in ninth. It's just going to be upset when he goes a lap down. Oh, Trenton with a blink. Do we get a late race?
Unplug the hair dryer. Don't plug in the hair dryer. Don't do it.
Chrissy, unplug the hair dryer.
Race isn't over. Don't do it.
Cody Cleaver, Garrett Wolfenbarger, 4th and 5th. This is, remember, Cleaver pit one lap earlier, so he got ahead of him. And Wolfenbarger's running back down.
Do we get a late race caution? Yes.
A rate lace?
Rate lace, yes.
Rate lace caution?
Late race caution, I'd bet the farm on yes. It's not impossible we go green again here, but if I were a betting man, and I am,
It's not unlikely. It's just
bet on a caution.
Wolfenbarger trying to stick the nose in there. It could come right here. Those two are battling hard for position. Also a couple other battles.
I think Cody won't push it too much.
Yeah, Carson Bechtel battling Sipes, and you also have Brantley Bryant and Gatlin Downey. So 3 battles going on right now. Pretty close contention. 12 laps to go here at Dover. Wolfenbarger has the better tire. Sipes also has better tires than Bechtel. The 2 battles in this top 7. Watch Wolfenbarger try to get the run off of 2, get to the inside of Cody Cleaver, and in the background, that is the 69.
There it is. There's the caution.
Joey Munch wrecks it on the backstretch, tried to take the toe, but not in time. Daniel Llewellyn and Joel Munchell get together coming out of turn number 2. Jay
Right
Lynch
after Trenton Sneed went a lap down.
bounces it into the inside wall, and that brings out our caution. Wow. This changes everything. Everyone will have to come for tires.
Come take tires.
You have to. Someone might stay out and roll the dice and hope for cautions. But it's only 8 cars in the lead lap.
Yeah, there's not enough cars to try to get a cushion. I think you got to pit and hope that you can drive it on up.
And if all the lead lap cars pit, then you can get the 1 lap down cars staying out and hoping for a quick caution like Trenton Sneed, Ethan Evers, Mullins, and Trago. Now, Trenton can take the lucky dog, but Evers, Mullins, and Trago would have to take the wave around and hope for the best.
Yeah, if you're those guys, I would absolutely stay out, take a wave around, and hope for another quick caution, which cautions breed cautions, and
100%.
Blake Giglio coming to pit road.
26.
What a fun graphics glitch that says... Yeah, I'm going to say graphics glitch showing the pit road's closed, but I doubt everybody on the lead lap would pit if it was.
It's close to us because we're broadcasters. We're not on the lead lap.
That's fair. Dumb,
Yeah.
but fair.
That's how it works. All right, Travis Martin. See if he can make up for his pit road error earlier. Hold, serve, and stay second is the most likely outcome, as Blake had such an advantage getting on the pit lane.
And there he goes.
Blake down and away while Travis is still getting the left side serviced. Check out the other end of pit lane. Cody Cleaver is going to come out second. Cody Cleaver takes 2 tires, 2 right side tires for the Kabuto Chevy. Corey Deal is going to come out in 3rd. Travis Martin's going to fall.
Another 2 tire stop.
It is. Corey Deal took 2 tires, and Travis Martin takes 4. Blake was able to take 4 and maintain serve there.
That's the gap he earned by just being Blake Giglio. Put enough cars between him and the second place guy. It just gave him such a gap that he can take those 6 extra seconds and come out again comfortably with the race lead.
Cody Cleaver and Corey Deal both swinging for the fences with 2 tire stops. Kenny's asking what happened and who wrecked. The 23 and the 69 made contact off turn number 2, and it sent the 69 into the inside wall and around.
We've already talked to Blake, so let's talk to this 2 tire stop. Cody, this is Hayden Twist up in the booth. You got us?
Yes, sir.
Well, you've been one of the latest to pit on every green flag cycle, and because of that, you had some pretty fresh left sides. Is that kind of what led to the decision to take 2 here and see what you can do?
Oh yeah, 100%. Get some track position. Hope either for a good jump on green all the way, or just constant carnage till the end, and I should be okay.
You think that maybe you have a chance at Blake Giglio if you can get a good restart?
Possibly. I'll say possibly. I think if I get a good one, but I've not been good at restarts so far, so we'll see.
Yeah, outside line, a little bit older left side tire. It's going to be pretty hard to get the traction down, so good luck to you, and hopefully we'll be able to talk to you after the race.
Sir, thank you guys.
And is the driver of the number 2 Kubota Chevrolet, Cody Cleaver. Going to be restarting on whatever side of the front row Blake doesn't pick. Blake does have lane choice.
So as expected, a lot of cars staying out to try and get wave rounds here. See the 22 of Grant Hurrell. He'll go from 3 to 2 down. Ethan Evers will go back to the lead lap, as would Cliff Mullins. Brianna Lavin will pick up a lap. Trevor Trago, another one of those that would go back to the lead lap. Daniel Llewellyn's going to pick up a lap. A lot of cars staying out, getting these wave rounds as you see them all going by the pace car now. All the way back to Gatlin Downey, so it's about 8 wave rounds, maybe 9. Quite a few. And the field forms up behind our pace car.
Blake picked the bottom, and I think that's the smart decision. You're putting 2 tires in front of Travis's 4. So I think that is the right decision from Blake Giglio, as you see him trying to get a little bit of heat into those tires.
Corey Deal lines up behind Blake Giglio. Corey also won the 2 tire strategy. It could be a big mess on this restart. Hopefully not. We've had such a good run there. Hopefully we can have a good finish here. Never know.
I'm not convinced we're done with caution, but a little more housekeeping. Joel, after that incident, has taken his car to the garage. His race is over.
That'll move Margison up into the 23rd spot once he can get enough laps in. Pace car heads off, and here we go. 6 lap shootout.
Blake Giglio. Blake with a great jump. That is a great jump.
I mean, he is gone. The 2 tire cars are beside one another now.
That's good, because that traps the 4 tires behind those, and Blake's gonna run away with this thing and have no contest.
And by that's good, you mean for Giglio.
For Giglio and Giglio only. Cleaver clear in a second. We'll see if he can hold off the hard charging Travis Martin, because this is a gaggle of race cars back here.
Ooh, Harper nearly into the 44, then slides up the hill, nearly gets the 32. It's getting tight back here. Oh, Harper is sideways! Hangs onto it. What a save by Harper.
Wolfenbarger just...
Harper's still trying to save it. And I don't know if he's going to save that one.
There you go.
Ethan Evers is sideways. Trago gets into Cliff Mullins.
Cliff,
That's going to be our caution.
Brianna Lavin.
It kept wrecking and finally it got around backwards enough that it throws the caution.
And none of them are related.
I mean, it's all kind of a relation by stack-up accordion effect, but other than that, yeah. So Harper's all over the place down here. He's going to go up the hill, up towards Carson Bechtel. Turns it hard right to avoid him. That gets him loose, and then Justin Sipes, not able to react in time, gets in the back of him. That slows everyone down. They see the smoke, and then behind that, all hell breaks loose. See, it was like Trevor Trago. These guys were actually needing a caution so they can come down and get fresh tires. But there it is. Ethan Evers, Trago get together. Cliff Mullins. All the cars that took a wait for round on the lead lap. All 3 of them get together here. And I wonder if they got together and said, let's bring out a caution so we can get fresh tires. "12 cars now on the lead lap, and I guarantee you we see those last 3 come bolt on a set of tires.
Oh, absolutely. And all those lap down cars that got a lap back, they're going to come down pit road now and have some fresher tires.
Travis Martin's now 3rd, so does Blake take the top to lock him in behind Cleaver's 2 tires, or does he take bottom?
That's what I would do. I would absolutely try to keep Travis behind slower tires.
So you would take the
And
top here.
I would take the top for that reason, yes.
Well, we'll see what he picks.
It's also knowing Travis. Travis isn't someone that's going to drive it in there and move you out of the way. So if Blake thinks the bottom is just significantly better to launch, then it's a valid reason to take the bottom. It's, if that's what he thinks is best, then I'm not really in a position to question Blake Giglio. So, interesting choice.
Bookkeeping note, Gatling Downey gets the lucky dog back on the lead lap. 13 cars now on the lead lap as we enter our first overtime. We get 3 chances at it. If we don't get it finished by then, we'll just end the race. Well, this has definitely changed everything with that late race caution. I'm sure several people did not want to see that caution, but the entertainer in me did. I'm glad.
No, but it's about exactly what we predicted earlier in this race. We said cautions early, middle would be pretty green, and we'd get cautions in an overtime late. And, well,
here we are.
Aren't we some fortune tellers?
We almost sound like we've seen this a time or two.
We are farmers.
Dun, 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 dun. This message not brought to you by farmers because we aren't paid by them. Blake, Cody, Travis. What do you say we dial up Travis? That was your cue.
I zoned the hell out.
So what do you say we dial up Travis?
Yes, Travis Martin. Let's see. But he's streaming. That makes me feel bad.
He can get it back on very quickly, trust me.
Travis, this is Hayden Swiss up in the booth. You got us?
Hello.
Well, Blake's on 4, Cody's on 2, so you're the next car to challenge Blake Giglio on 4 tires. If he picks the bottom, that gives you a good... He hasn't picked yet.
Amy's
He
up
did.
there. Yep.
Yeah.
Well, you think,
Well, I believe him when he says that.
you
Let me
think
say
you
that.
have a chance.
If I can get by Cody, I wasn't really pulling any time on him once we got going there, so I don't know. We'll see what happens.
Well, it's good to hear your voice, and I love talking to you. So it's really the only reason I pulled you in is I just wanted you to come in here and brag about how awesome you are and how awesome this race has been that you admin.
Oh, well, shucks. I'm sure anybody else would have done a great job too.
No, everything's better with Travis Martin.
100%.
Well, I love hearing you guys' voice, and it's nice to have Hayden in the booth too. That's fun. I miss you on the track, but also
No, you don't.
I was going to say, let's be honest here. Let's not overdo it.
We just need to get Blake up here too, and it'd be perfect.
Exactly.
Right? We already got rid of Lucas, so
Just start shipping them off one by one.
Make them all broadcasters and problem solved.
there we go, dude.
All right, well, we'll send you back down there to get your stream back going. Good luck.
Love your faces.
Peace. Love that guy.
Travis Martin, Mr. Ghostman. You can't hate him. You just can't.
You just can't.
So, as Travis said, Blake Giglio did indeed pick the top. Kind of like I said I would do. Put Travis behind the older tires there. And Martin inside second row. Deal outside second row. Here we go. First attempt at a green-white checker overtime finish.
I think Brantley Bryant's going to be your wild card here. I don't know why I said Brantley Bryant. The 32, not the 52.
Garrett Wolfenbarger.
Garrett Wolfenbarger, yes. Blake
Really
gets the lunch.
early start from Blake.
Wolfenbarger stayed right on Ghostman. I think he's the wild card here. If we get a caution, it might come from there. He's trying to shove Travis in there. Travis up the hill. Hangs on to it. A little bit of a diamond pattern. Wrecking out of 2 is about where you need it to happen if you're going to get the caution on time.
They're all straight in the back. Travis trying to get clear of the 44 Corey Deal, and he's finally going to do it out of turn number.
Wolfenbarger up the track, gets
4.
into him, but the white flag's waving. This will be the last lap of the race. One overtime attempt will be all we need to keep an eye on
Giglio
this.
way out in front. Nobody cares. Cody Cleaver, Travis Martin battling for second.
Oh no, Carson Bechtel into the outside wall, coming off turn number 2. He's going to drop several spots. Blake Giglio all by himself is going to roll it out of turn number 4, pick up the win here at Dover in the Art Music Xfinity Series. Cody Cleaver is going to pick up second over the Ghostman just barely. Then Corey Deal in 4th, and Garrett Wolfenbarger, your top 5. That was pretty damn exciting, I must say. Other
That
than the
was
Blake
really-
Giglio way out front.
I was going to say that was really exciting. Second on back on that overtime finish. Only needed one.
Only
Only
one.
needed one, which is good. But Blake Giglio, your race winner, race 2. That's going to lock him into the playoffs.
We'll go ahead and grab him, bring him up here.
We'll go ahead and grab race winner Blake Giglio.
Travis giving him a congratulations.
Well, Blake, you were in an early wreck. We asked if you thought you could come back and do it. You weren't quite sure, and here you are burning it down the front stretch. Talk us through the rest of your night.
Yeah, definitely up and down night. A lot of fun strategy there. Just glad we were able to, play the strategy game right, get out front. Yellow there, I can't tell if it saved us or not. It would have been close, but just happy we were able to get back out front, and controlling the restarts here at the end is just so important. So glad we were able to do that and get our first Xfinity win of the year.
So, something I saw was a pretty pivotal moment of that race is you got to Travis's rear bumper, and then you made the decision to pit. Was that? Were you trying to split it in half? Were you trying to catch Travis off guard? What was the thought process there?
Yeah, I tried tricking him, honestly. I caught him, and I just kind of laid back, and I was ready to make my move. I went up, got to his inside, make sure he couldn't pit with me there, and just dove down into pit road. So I knew that he was going to be our biggest threat there at the end to race for the win. So if I knew if I could get in before him, it was going to be the difference maker.
Awesome old school paint job. For those that have been around long enough to recognize it, has the old Security Pro logo on there. That's very old school. That's like season 1 old school of this. So pretty cool to see. Congrats on the win here at Dover. And are you looking forward to next week?
Where do we go next week?
God, you're worse than me. It's going to make me actually click on the schedule button and look. That's not even the right one.
Las Vegas.
There you go.
Yeah, I'm ready for Vegas. I think we'll be good there. Save tires there as well, and these cars are so important to save tires. I feel like so. Save tires and hopefully come out on top there as well.
10-4. Congrats on the win tonight. Got the Friends Family sponsor shoutouts for us.
Yeah, you guys for broadcasting. Travis, Arc Music for doing everything they do. CC, Low Drag, everyone's on here. Shout out to that old EXT paint scheme. So Mike Chris special back when I was 14 years old. So shout out to him, and hopefully we can continue next week.
And now he's 15.
Yep, that's right.
But really, what, 18? 19?
Yeah.
18?
Almost 19. 19 in
Almost
October.
19 and a half?
Something. I don't know.
He's
All right.
21. Give him a beer.
There you go. All right. Get on out of here. Enjoy the rest of your night, and we'll see you back here tomorrow, yeah?
Oh, he's already on out of here. We'll get second place finisher Cody Cleaver in here. Cody, hit and Swiss up in the booth. You got us.
Yes, sir.
Well, you took 2 tires, wanted the track position, and you got it. And you were able to hold off the hard charging number 63 Travis Martin and get that second spot. Kind of walk us through your night and how you got there.
Yeah, night started off kind of the same as yesterday, just kind of middle pack, biding my time, and then pit strategy allowed me to kind of pick off some of the guys that I was definitely faster than towards the end of the runs with just saving my tires and stuff, and got me track position. At the end there, made that call to go 2 tires, get in front of more people, and just hope that I could hang on, and worked out for me.
So you had the 2 opportunities there at Blake. You had the first one, you didn't get a great restart, and the second one looked slightly better. Just no rear grip there to keep it with him, or something else.
Yeah, it's a little bit of that, especially with him. I think he had 4 tires there and still beat me out the pits. So he had the grip advantage, plus rolling it off the top. He just had that much more get off than I did. So that second one, I had a better jump, but I still had nothing for him. And my concern just became holding off Travis there for keeping on to second.
Well, congrats on the strong run here tonight, bringing home that P2 in the number 2 car. You got the Friends Family sponsor shoutouts for us tonight.
Yes, sir. Shout out to the boys at C2X taking me on this season. I appreciate them and having some great times down there. They've helped me out a lot. Shout out to the family, friends, whoever makes my paint, because I don't even know, but it's a sweet paint. And shout out to you guys for broadcasting, both of you. It's kind of nice to have a 2 broadcasters up there, so definitely look forward to watching this one back.
10-4. We appreciate you. Get on ahead and enjoy the rest of your Tuesday night, and we'll see you back in the next race.
Yes, sir. You guys have a good one.
Cody Cleaver brings it home P2, and we go get our third place finisher, Mr. Travis Martin, the Ghost Man, everyone's favorite interview.
Welcome back, Travis. Finished third. Talk us through your night.
Oh, yeah, it was a good night. Started off a little slow. Kind of got the undercut in the beginning there. Kind of gave me the lead, and just kind of rode that for a little bit. And then I was planning on pitting when Blake passed me, and then he got to my bumper and pit. So that kind of threw me off, and then I was chasing the rest of the race. But that was a lot of fun. Congrats to Cody on the P2, and congrats to Blake for the win. They played their cards right, and that's how you do it, baby.
Did have a question for you. We noticed on your pit stop you had 4 extra seconds in the box. What happened?
So I went into the pits and I didn't think I had enough fuel, and I stopped and I added a little bit of fuel, and when it dropped me, it added like 1.7 gallons or something. So it added like 4 seconds, and it just screwed me.
Damn.
Yep.
There you go.
Lesson learned.
Now we know. All right, bud. Well, congrats on a strong run. You got the Friends Family sponsor shout-outs for your nice P3 tonight.
Thanks, dude. Yeah, my 1010s boys, love your faces. 1023graphics.com, MrDGSRacing.com for doing all this shit. Stuff, excuse me, for family channel. Family. Mr. Hayden Lowell, thanks for coming up in the booth, and your beautiful face. Hayden, you're beautiful too. Don't get me wrong, but I just got this little sweet spot for DG, man.
Oh, totally acceptable. You don't need to apologize.
Is it the goatee?
It's the goatee. Come on. Let's be real here.
All right. Well, just to let you know, you're going to have to get your banners on so that we don't have to DQ you out of the race, because, you still got last year's banners on.
Okay, I'm going to have to get with you because I tried to do that the other night, and I'm gonna have to go back and fix it because I thought I had it right, but yeah, obviously not. So I'm gonna
we'll
fix
get you
it.
fixed up. We'll get you fixed up. All right, bud. Get with me afterwards, and we'll get you straightened out. We appreciate you. Thanks so much for everything you do for us, and congrats on a strong P3 run tonight.
Y'all too. Love your faces, boys.
Bye. Well, that was an event. That was a race. It was a pretty good one through the middle. A lot of long green flag runs. That was nice, and then they made it spicy at the end with the late race cautions. Kind of really everything you want out of a race.
It really was, and you had comers and goers. You had fast guys, and the ones you don't really want to see win have to drive themselves through the pack. And unfortunately, or fortunately, fastest guy still won. Blake Giglio gets another one. He's going to extend that gap to second place. He's working on catching Lucas. They both have one apiece this week, so I think. No, Lucas won last week.
I was like, what are you talking about?
Both have one win on the season is what I'm saying. No, Blake's had 2. You know what? Don't listen to me. We're going to run through our final race results.
Just over here, like what? Carson, well, it's starting on page 2. This crazy thing doesn't know what to do. Blake Giglio is your race winner. Cody Cleaver and Travis Martin round out your podium. Corey Neal and Garrett Wolfenbarger pick up strong top 5s tonight. Justin Sipes, Nathan Harper, Ethan Evers, Trenton Sneed, and Trevor Trago round out your top 10. Then Carson Bechtel, Gatlin Downey, Cliff Mullins, Brantley Bryant, and Quinn Newton in the top 15. Matt Mickey, Grant Harrell, Casey Graves, John Nurkic, and Scott Elston round out your top 20. Page number 3. We have Daniel Llewellyn, Brandon Levin, Zach Martison, Jay Munch, Bill Rivard, Mike Edwards, Dave Hoytsma, Wyatt Gray, Dalton Hayes, and Brad Wilson. And the final group, Tyler Merritt, Kenneth Stout, Andrew Beach, Wes Parker, Will Ashbrander, Colin Teague, and Jake Lawrence round out tonight's field here at Dover. Up next week, we have the Las Vegas Motor Speedway. Should be a great time there. One of my very favorite tracks. I'm sure you enjoyed as well, Mr. Hayden.
It's a solid racetrack. I wouldn't call it my favorite, mostly because I haven't had a lot of good luck there. But fun mile and a half. You can run multiple lanes, and I'm sure we'll see drivers taking full advantage of that next week.
My favorite strategy there is to just stay on your old tires as long as possible at the start of the race, and then by the end of it, you have it saved lane in the pit lane that you can bolt on late and just blast to the front. That's how I've gotten every Vegas win I've ever had. Well,
it's a strategy that people will pull, and maybe it'll work for someone, maybe it won't. As long as it doesn't work for Blake Giglio.
Wow, the Blake hate is real with you tonight.
Hey, I'm up in the booth now. We hate winners.
I mean, this is exactly how most of the field feels about you.
And that's totally understandable.
Well, congrats on being one of the most hated people, but not tonight because you're broadcasting and suddenly people like you.
Well, you know what? What goes around comes around. It's a nice change of pace for once.
10-4 for Hayden Knoll. This is DG up in the booth. Thanks so much for watching tonight. We appreciate you very much, and we'll see you in the next one. And that's that. YouTube is done. We're over on the Twitch stream, just chilling. You can get the overlays out if you have